In the heart of Boston, a city known for its rich history and vibrant culture, lived a young woman named Emily. Hello, welcome, enjoy, subscribe, and activate notifications. Emily was a determined and spirited individual, her soul ignited by an insatiable drive to overcome every barrier life threw at her. She had faced many challenges growing up, from financial struggles to personal losses, yet each hardship only served to strengthen her resolve. Emily's dream was to become a marathon runner, a goal she had harbored since childhood when she watched the Boston Marathon with her father. Those moments, standing on the crowded sidewalks, cheering for the runners as they passed by, were etched in her memory. Her father's words echoed in her mind. Emily, no matter how tough it gets, you can do anything you set your heart on. However, life had a way of testing her limits. At the age of 21, Emily was diagnosed with a degenerative knee condition that caused chronic pain and severely limited her mobility. Doctors advised her to abandon her dreams of running, suggesting less strenuous activities. This news was a crushing blow, but Emily was not one to back down easily. One crisp autumn morning, as Emily sat in her small apartment overlooking the bustling streets, she decided that her condition would not define her. With her father's words resonating in her heart, she set out on a journey to defy the odds. She began researching alternative therapies and training methods that would allow her to strengthen her body without exacerbating her condition. Emily's first step was to join a local gym that offered specialized training programs. There, she met Jake, a seasoned trainer who had helped many athletes recover from severe injuries. Jake was intrigued by Emily's story and her unwavering determination. He agreed to work with her, developing a tailored training regimen that focused on low-impact exercises to build strength and endurance. Emily, this journey won't be easy, Jake warned her one day as they trained in the quiet gym, the smell of rubber mats and the sound of clinking weights filling the air. There will be days when the pain seems unbearable, and you'll want to quit. But remember, the only way to achieve your dream is to push through those moments. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. Emily's progress was slow but steady. She spent hours in the gym, balancing her time between strength training, swimming, and yoga. Each session was a battle against her body's limitations, but she celebrated every small victory with a fiery passion. She learned to listen to her body, understanding when to push harder and when to rest. Outside the gym, Emily's life was a whirlwind of challenges. She worked 2 jobs to support herself, often coming home late at night, exhausted but never defeated. Her friends and family, though supportive, sometimes doubted the feasibility of her dream. Yet, Emily's spirit remained unbroken. She found solace in the rhythmic pounding of her feet against the treadmill, the meditative flow of yoga, and the cool, therapeutic embrace of the pool. One particularly tough evening, after a long day at work and a grueling training session, Emily found herself questioning her journey. As she sat on the floor of her apartment, tears streaming down her face, the weight of her struggles pressing heavily on her, a notification on her phone caught her attention. It was a message from Jake, a simple yet powerful reminder. Pain is temporary. Quitting lasts forever. Keep going. Inspired by those words, Emily wiped away her tears and stood up. She looked at herself in the mirror, her reflection showing not just the physical changes, but the strength and determination that had blossomed within her. This was her journey, her fight, and she was not going to let anything stand in her way. The following morning, Emily woke up with a renewed sense of purpose. She laced up her running shoes and headed to the gym, the chill of the early morning air invigorating her senses. As she stepped onto the treadmill, she felt a surge of energy. Each step she took was a testament to her resilience, a promise to herself that she would keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. Emily's story was just beginning. She had set her sights on the ultimate goal, running the Boston Marathon. The road ahead was long and fraught with challenges, but Emily was ready. With her unyielding spirit and the support of those who believed in her, she knew that she could overcome any barrier. Her journey of overcoming limits was far from over, and the world was about to witness the remarkable power of her determination. Months passed, and Emily's dedication began to yield results. Her body grew stronger, her endurance increased, and she started to believe that her dream was within reach. Yet, the journey was far from over, and new challenges loomed on the horizon. One chilly winter morning, Emily received a call that would change the course of her training. Jake, her trainer and steadfast supporter, had been offered a position at a prestigious sports clinic in California. The news was bittersweet. She was thrilled for Jake, but anxious about continuing her journey without his guidance. "Emily," Jake said over the phone, his voice tinged with both excitement and concern. "This is a fantastic opportunity for me, but I don't want to leave you without support. I've arranged for another trainer, Lisa, to take over. She's highly skilled and knows your case well." Emily's heart sank. She had built a strong bond with Jake, and the thought of starting over with someone new was daunting. However, she knew that Jake's success was well-deserved, and she didn't want to hold him back. "Jake, I'm happy for you," Emily replied, masking her trepidation with a tone of determination. "I'll do my best to adapt. Thank you for everything you've done for me." A few days later, Emily met Lisa at the gym. Lisa was a tall, athletic woman with a no-nonsense attitude and a wealth of experience. She reviewed Emily's progress and crafted an updated training plan that incorporated new techniques to further improve her endurance and manage her pain. "Emily, I know change can be tough," Lisa said as they started their first session together. "But I believe in your potential. We're going to push your limits safely and effectively. Are you ready?" Emily nodded, her eyes reflecting a mix of apprehension and determination. "I'm ready. Let's do this." Under Lisa's guidance, Emily's training intensified. They incorporated more outdoor runs, braving the cold Boston weather. Lisa pushed Emily to her limits, but always with an acute awareness of her knee condition. The new routines were challenging, but Emily felt herself growing stronger and more resilient. One Saturday morning, Lisa organized a group run with other athletes training for various events. This was a new experience for Emily, who had mostly trained alone or one-on-one with her trainers. She felt a mix of excitement and nervousness as she joined the group at a park by the Charles River. "All right, everyone," Lisa called out to the assembled runners. "This is Emily. She's training for the Boston Marathon and has an incredible story of perseverance. Let's welcome her and give her all the support we can." The group cheered and clapped, and Emily felt a surge of warmth and encouragement. As they began the run, she found herself alongside a woman named Sarah, who was training for a triathlon. "Hi, Emily," Sarah said, her breath visible in the cold air. "I've heard a lot about you. Your determination is really inspiring." "Thank you, Sarah," Emily replied, slightly out of breath but smiling. "It's great to be here with all of you. It feels good to be part of a community." As they ran, Emily and Sarah talked about their training routines, struggles, and triumphs. Emily realized that while her journey was unique, she shared a common bond with these athletes: the relentless pursuit of a dream, despite the obstacles. The group runs became a regular part of Emily's training. She cherished the camaraderie and support, finding strength in the shared experiences and encouragement from her fellow runners. These sessions also revealed a deeper layer of her resilience, as she pushed through the physical pain and mental fatigue alongside her new friends. One evening, after an especially grueling run, Emily sat by the river, watching the sun set over the water. Sarah joined her, and they sat in companionable silence for a while, the city's sounds fading into the background. "You know," Sarah said softly, breaking the silence, "every step you take is a victory, not just for you, but for everyone who faces challenges and refuses to give up." Emily nodded, her eyes misting over. "I used to think that my dream was impossible," she confessed. "But now I see that it's not just about running a marathon. It's about proving to myself that I can overcome anything." As the days grew longer and the marathon date approached, Emily's confidence soared. She had faced countless hurdles, but each one had made her stronger. The pain, the doubts, the relentless training, they were all part of her journey, shaping her into the resilient woman she had become. On the eve of the marathon, Emily stood in her apartment, looking at the running gear laid out on her bed. The journey had been long and arduous, but she had persevered. Her heart swelled with a mixture of nerves and excitement as she thought about the race ahead. With a deep breath, Emily sent a message to her friends and family, expressing her gratitude for their unwavering support. She knew that, no matter the outcome, she had already achieved something remarkable. She had pushed beyond her limits, defied the odds, and inspired those around her. The next morning, as Emily stood at the starting line of the Boston Marathon, she felt a sense of calm wash over her. The journey had been long, and the road ahead was daunting, but she was ready. The gun sounded, and she surged forward, her feet pounding the pavement, her heart racing with determination. Emily's story was far from over. With each step she took, she embodied the spirit of perseverance and the power of believing in oneself. The barriers she faced were not just physical but also mental, and she had overcome them all. The marathon was not just a race. It was a testament to her indomitable spirit and the incredible journey of self-discovery and triumph. As the marathon commenced, Emily found herself surrounded by a sea of runners, each one driven by their own motivations and dreams. The energy was palpable, and the crowd's cheers reverberated through the streets of Boston, propelling the runners forward. Emily's mind raced as fast as her legs. She thought about her journey, the pain she had endured, and the people who had supported her along the way. Every step she took was a tribute to her father's encouragement, Jake's guidance, and Lisa's unwavering support. The first few miles were a blur of adrenaline and excitement. Emily maintained a steady pace, focusing on her breathing and the rhythm of her footsteps. The crisp air filled her lungs, invigorating her with every inhale. As she passed familiar landmarks, she couldn't help but smile, remembering the countless training sessions that had prepared her for this moment. By mile 5, Emily started to feel the strain. Her knee, though strengthened through rigorous training, sent occasional pangs of discomfort. She concentrated on her form, recalling Lisa's advice. Listen to your body, but don't let it dictate your limits. Push through the pain, but know when to hold back. Around mile 10, Emily encountered her first major challenge. A steep incline loomed ahead, and she could see other runners slowing down, some even walking. Her knee throbbed in protest, and doubt began to creep in. She slowed her pace, determined to conserve energy. As she tackled the hill, memories of her toughest training sessions flooded her mind. She remembered the times when she had nearly given up, only to find strength in her determination. Emily gritted her teeth and pushed forward, her breaths coming in ragged gasps. Step by step, she ascended the hill, her legs burning with effort. At the summit, she was greeted by the encouraging shouts of spectators lining the streets. Among them, she spotted familiar faces, Sarah and other members of her running group, their cheers bolstering her spirits. Emily waved and smiled, their support a balm to her weary body. Reaching the halfway point was a significant milestone. Emily checked her watch and was pleased to see that she was on track with her goal pace. She allowed herself a moment of pride but quickly refocused. The real test lay ahead. By mile 15, fatigue had set in. Emily's knee ached more persistently, and her muscles felt heavy. She fought to maintain her rhythm, drawing on every ounce of mental strength. She thought of her father, imagining his voice encouraging her, pushing her to keep going. Around mile 18, Emily experienced what runners call the wall. It felt as though she had hit an invisible barrier. Her energy waned, and every step became a monumental effort. She slowed to a walk, fighting back tears of frustration. She could see other runners struggling too, some dropping out of the race altogether. It was in this moment of despair that Emily heard a voice beside her. "Hey Emily, don't give up now. We've come too far." She turned to see Sarah, who had caught up with her. The determination in Sarah's eyes mirrored her own. "Sarah, I don't know if I can make it," Emily admitted, her voice trembling with exhaustion. "Yes, you can," Sarah said firmly. "We'll do it together, one step at a time." With Sarah by her side, Emily found a renewed sense of purpose. They encouraged each other, alternating between walking and jogging, pushing each other through the toughest miles. The camaraderie and shared struggle created an unspoken bond, one that gave Emily the strength she needed. By mile 22, they reached Heartbreak Hill, one of the most notorious parts of the Boston Marathon. The incline was daunting, and Emily's knee screamed in protest. She considered stopping, but Sarah's presence and the thought of her father's unwavering belief in her kept her moving. Step by painstaking step, they climbed the hill. The crowd's cheers grew louder, and Emily felt a surge of adrenaline. She could see the determination in the faces of the spectators, many of whom held signs with messages of encouragement. As they crested Heartbreak Hill, Emily felt a wave of relief. The hardest part was behind them, and the finish line was within reach. She and Sarah shared a look of triumph, knowing that the end was near. The final miles were a blur of pain and determination. Emily's body ached, but her spirit soared. The cheers of the crowd grew deafening as they neared the finish line. With each step, Emily felt the weight of her journey. The sight filled Emily with a surge of emotion. She and Sarah picked up their pace, the final stretch seeming both incredibly long and tantalizingly close. With the finish line just a few yards away, Emily felt tears streaming down her face. The crowd's cheers, the clapping, and the roaring applause blurred into one overwhelming sound. She crossed the finish line, her legs nearly giving way, but her heart bursting with pride and relief. Emily and Sarah embraced, tears of joy and exhaustion mingling on their faces. They had done it. Emily had defied the odds, pushed through the pain, and achieved her dream. As she stood there, catching her breath and taking in the moment, Emily felt a deep sense of gratitude. Her journey was a testament to the power of perseverance, the strength of the human spirit, and the incredible support of those who believed in her. Emily's story of overcoming barriers and pushing beyond her limits was far from over. She knew that there would be more challenges ahead, but she also knew that she had the strength to face them. With her heart full and her spirit unbroken, Emily looked forward to the future, ready to embrace whatever came next. The days following the marathon were a whirlwind of emotions for Emily. She was flooded with messages of congratulations from friends, family, and even strangers who had heard about her incredible journey. The sense of accomplishment and pride she felt was indescribable, but she knew this was just the beginning of a new chapter in her life. One morning, as Emily sat in her small apartment sipping her coffee, she received an unexpected email. It was from a local sports news outlet, requesting an interview to share her story. Emily hesitated. She had always been somewhat private about her struggles, preferring to let her actions speak for themselves. But she realized that sharing her story could inspire others facing their own challenges. With a deep breath, she replied to the email, agreeing to the interview. A few days later, a journalist named Karen arrived at Emily's apartment. Karen was warm and personable, putting Emily at ease as they sat down to talk. "Emily, your story is incredibly inspiring," Karen began. "Can you tell us what motivated you to keep pushing forward, even when the odds were against you?" Emily thought for a moment, then spoke from her heart. "It was a combination of things. My father always believed in me and instilled in me the idea that I could achieve anything if I worked hard enough. The support from my trainers, Jake and Lisa, was invaluable. And the community I found through running, people like Sarah, kept me going when I wanted to give up. But ultimately, it was about proving to myself that I could overcome any obstacle." Karen nodded, clearly moved by Emily's words. "What message would you like to share with others who might be facing their own barriers?" "Never give up," Emily said, her voice filled with conviction. "Pain is temporary, but the sense of accomplishment you'll feel after overcoming a challenge is everlasting. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, and most importantly, believe in yourself. You are capable of more than you realize." The interview was published a week later, and the response was overwhelming. Emily received messages from people all over the city, thanking her for her courage and sharing their own stories of struggle and perseverance. Emily realized that her journey had a ripple effect, touching the lives of many she had never met. Inspired by the impact of her story, Emily decided to start a blog. She shared her experiences, offering tips on training, managing pain, and maintaining mental resilience. Her blog quickly gained a following, and she found herself part of a larger community of people dedicated to overcoming their own barriers. One day, Emily received an invitation to speak at a local high school. The school had heard about her story and wanted her to talk to the students about perseverance and chasing their dreams. Emily felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. Public speaking was a new challenge, but she knew this was an opportunity to inspire the next generation. Standing in front of the students, Emily took a deep breath and began her speech. She spoke about her journey, the importance of resilience, and the power of believing in oneself. The students listened intently, their eyes wide with admiration. After her speech, a young girl named Mia approached her. Mia was shy but determined, and she shared her own dream of becoming a soccer player despite facing numerous obstacles. "Emily, your story gives me hope," Mia said, her voice trembling with emotion. "I want to chase my dreams too, no matter what." Emily smiled, seeing a reflection of herself in Mia. "You can do it, Mia. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. Keep pushing forward, and you'll achieve great things." The connection with Mia and other students fueled Emily's desire to continue sharing her story and helping others. She began volunteering at local youth centers, mentoring young athletes and offering support to those facing challenges similar to her own. Meanwhile, Emily's own journey continued. She set new goals for herself, aiming to participate in more marathons and even considering triathlons. Her knee condition remained a constant challenge, but she managed it with the same determination that had carried her through the Boston Marathon. As Emily trained for her next big race, she encountered setbacks and moments of doubt. But each time, she remembered the lessons she had learned and the people who believed in her. She pushed through the pain, driven by a relentless spirit and a desire to inspire others. One evening, after a particularly tough training session, Emily received a call from Lisa. "Emily, I have some exciting news," Lisa said, her voice brimming with enthusiasm. "I've been invited to speak at a major sports conference, and I want you to join me. Your story is an essential part of my presentation on overcoming adversity." Emily was thrilled and honored. The conference was a prestigious event attended by athletes, coaches, and sports enthusiasts from around the world. It was an incredible opportunity to share her journey on a larger stage and connect with others who had faced similar challenges. As Emily stood backstage at the conference, she felt a familiar mixture of nerves and excitement. Lisa introduced her, highlighting her achievements and the indomitable spirit that had carried her through. When Emily took the stage, she looked out at the audience, seeing not just faces, but countless stories of perseverance and triumph. "Good afternoon," Emily began, her voice steady and strong. "My journey has been filled with obstacles, but each one has taught me the power of resilience and the importance of never giving up. Today, I stand before you not just as a runner, but as a testament to the human spirit's capacity to overcome." The audience was captivated, and Emily shared her story with passion and sincerity. She spoke about the importance of support systems, the lessons learned from pain and struggle, and the incredible feeling of achieving one's dreams despite the odds. When she finished, the room erupted in applause. Emily felt a profound sense of fulfillment, knowing that her story had resonated with so many. After the conference, she was approached by numerous attendees, each one expressing their gratitude and sharing their own stories of resilience. Emily returned home with a renewed sense of purpose. She continued her training, her blog, and her volunteer work, all while preparing for her next marathon. She knew that her journey was far from over, and that there would be more challenges to face. But she also knew that she had the strength to overcome them, and that her story would continue to inspire others. Emily's journey of overcoming barriers and pushing beyond her limits had transformed her life in ways she had never imagined. She had found not only her own strength but also the power to inspire and uplift others. As she looked to the future, she was filled with hope and determination, ready to face whatever came next. As Emily continued to embrace her role as a mentor and speaker, she found herself increasingly inspired by the stories of those she encountered. Each person's journey added a layer of richness to her own, and she was driven to push her boundaries even further. The idea of competing in a triathlon began to take root in her mind. It was a daunting challenge, combining swimming, cycling, and running, but the thought of conquering it filled her with excitement. Emily approached Lisa with her new goal. "I want to train for a triathlon," she declared, her eyes shining with determination. Lisa raised an eyebrow, clearly impressed but also cautious. "Emily, you've come a long way, and I believe in your potential. But a triathlon is a whole new level of endurance and requires extensive training. Are you ready for that?" Emily nodded, her resolve unwavering. "I am. I've learned to push through pain and overcome obstacles. This is the next step for me." Lisa agreed to help her craft a training plan, incorporating swimming and cycling into her routine. They began by focusing on swimming, as it was Emily's weakest discipline. She joined a local swim club, where she met Coach Mark, a former competitive swimmer with a reputation for his rigorous training methods. Coach Mark was a tall, imposing figure, but his demeanor was encouraging. "Emily, swimming requires a different kind of stamina and technique. It won't be easy, but I'm here to guide you through it." Emily plunged into the pool, the cool water wrapping around her like a second skin. Her first few sessions were challenging. Her body struggled to adapt to the new demands, and she often found herself gasping for breath. But with Mark's guidance, she slowly improved her technique, learning to move through the water with efficiency and grace. Swimming also brought back memories of her childhood, when her father would take her to the local pool. She remembered his encouraging words, urging her to keep trying, no matter how many times she struggled. This fueled her determination to master the discipline. As Emily's swimming improved, she began incorporating cycling into her routine. She invested in a road bike and started training on the scenic routes around Boston. The feeling of riding through the open air, the wind whipping past her, was exhilarating. It was a stark contrast to the structured environment of the gym and the pool. One sunny Saturday, she joined a group ride organized by a local cycling club. Among the riders was Tom, a seasoned triathlete who had completed numerous Ironman races. Tom was in his late 40s, with a lean build and an easygoing smile. "Hey, Emily," Tom greeted her as they prepared for the ride. "I've heard about your marathon journey. It's great to see you taking on triathlons now." "Thanks, Tom," Emily replied, adjusting her helmet. "I'm excited but a bit nervous. It's a whole new challenge. Just remember, it's all about pacing yourself and staying focused. You've got the determination, and that's half the battle," Tom advised. The ride was grueling, with steep hills and long stretches of road that tested Emily's endurance. Tom stayed by her side, offering tips on cycling techniques and encouragement. By the end of the ride, Emily was exhausted but elated. She had completed the course, another milestone on her journey. As the months passed, Emily's training intensified. She juggled her sessions at the pool, hours on the bike, and her running routine, all while maintaining her blog and volunteer work. Her days were packed, but she thrived on the challenge. The triathlon represented not just a physical test, but a culmination of her journey of resilience and determination. One evening, as Emily sat in her apartment, she received a call from Mia, the young girl she had met at the high school. Mia sounded excited and nervous. "Emily, I wanted to tell you that I made the soccer team," Mia exclaimed. Emily felt a surge of pride. "That's fantastic, Mia. I'm so proud of you. You inspired me to keep going, even when it was tough. Thank you for believing in me," Mia said, her voice filled with gratitude. Emily's heart swelled with emotion. "Mia, you did this. You put in the work and never gave up. I'm so happy for you." The call with Mia reinforced Emily's belief in the importance of perseverance and the power of support. It reminded her why she continued to push her limits and share her journey. As the date of the triathlon approached, Emily felt a mixture of nerves and excitement. She knew she had trained hard, but the unknowns of race day loomed large. She reached out to her support network, drawing strength from their encouragement. On the morning of the triathlon, the atmosphere was electric. Competitors milled around, preparing their gear and psyching themselves up for the race. Emily felt the familiar rush of adrenaline as she stood at the starting line of the swim segment, the water stretching out before her. Lisa and Coach Mark were there, offering last-minute advice. "Remember your training, Emily," Lisa said. "You've got this." Emily nodded, taking a deep breath. As the starting horn sounded, she dove into the water, her strokes confident and strong. She focused on her technique, the rhythm of her breathing, and the feel of the water against her skin. The swim segment was tough, but Emily powered through, emerging from the water with a sense of triumph. She quickly transitioned to the cycling segment, mounting her bike and setting off on the challenging course. The hills were steep, but Emily drew on her training and Tom's advice, maintaining a steady pace. The final leg of the triathlon was the run. Emily's legs felt heavy as she began, the fatigue from the swim and cycling taking its toll. But she pushed through, her mind focused on the finish line. The cheers of the spectators and the thought of those who believed in her spurred her on. As she rounded the final corner and the finish line came into view, Emily felt a surge of emotion. She had done it. She crossed the line, her body exhausted but her spirit soaring. The sense of accomplishment was overwhelming. Lisa, Coach Mark, and Tom were there to congratulate her, their faces beaming with pride. "You did it, Emily," Lisa said, hugging her tightly. "You're a triathlete." Emily smiled, tears of joy streaming down her face. "I couldn't have done it without all of you." The triathlon was a new chapter in Emily's journey, a testament to her resilience and determination. She had pushed beyond her limits once again, proving that no barrier was insurmountable. Her story continued to inspire, and she knew that there were more challenges and triumphs ahead. The triathlon marked a significant milestone in Emily's journey, but it was far from the end. Her story had inspired many, and she continued to receive invitations to speak at events, schools, and sports clubs. Each engagement offered her a chance to connect with people and share the lessons she had learned. One afternoon, Emily received an email from a renowned international conference on sports and resilience. They invited her to be a keynote speaker, sharing her journey with an audience of athletes, coaches, and motivational speakers from around the world. The conference was to be held in Geneva, Switzerland, a city she had always dreamed of visiting. Excitement and nerves intertwined as Emily accepted the invitation. Preparing her speech, she reflected on her journey, the challenges she had overcome, and the people who had supported her. She wanted her message to resonate deeply, to inspire others to pursue their dreams no matter the obstacles. The weeks leading up to the conference were a whirlwind of preparation. Emily balanced her training, volunteer work, and speech writing, ensuring she was ready for this monumental opportunity. Her friends and family rallied around her, offering encouragement and support. On the day of her flight to Geneva, Emily felt a mixture of excitement and apprehension. It was her first time traveling internationally, and the prospect of speaking to such a large audience was daunting. Yet, she knew this was a chance to make a difference on a global scale. Upon arriving in Geneva, Emily was struck by the city's beauty, the serene lake, the majestic Alps in the distance, and the blend of historic and modern architecture. The conference venue was equally impressive, a grand hall filled with people from all walks of life, united by their passion for sports and resilience. Emily spent her first day attending sessions and networking with other speakers. She met inspiring individuals, each with their own unique story of overcoming adversity. The sense of camaraderie and shared purpose was palpable, and Emily felt a renewed sense of determination. The night before her keynote speech, Emily sat in her hotel room, going over her notes. She felt a familiar flutter of nerves, but also a deep sense of readiness. She thought of her father, her trainers, her friends, and the many people who had supported her along the way. Their belief in her fueled her confidence. The following morning, Emily stood backstage, waiting for her turn to speak. She took a deep breath, centered herself, and stepped onto the stage. The audience's applause was warm and welcoming, and Emily felt a wave of gratitude wash over her. "Good morning, everyone," she began, her voice steady and clear. "My name is Emily, and I'm here to share my journey of overcoming barriers and pushing beyond limits." As she spoke, Emily recounted her story with honesty and emotion. She talked about her diagnosis, the pain, the doubts, and the moments of triumph. She shared the lessons she had learned, the importance of resilience, the power of community, and the significance of believing in oneself. Throughout her speech, the audience was captivated. Emily's words resonated deeply, and she could see the impact they were having. She concluded with a powerful message. No matter what challenges you face, never give up. Pain is temporary, but the pride and fulfillment you'll feel after overcoming it are everlasting. Believe in yourself, and you can achieve anything. The applause was thunderous, and Emily felt tears of joy welling up. She had poured her heart into her speech, and the response was overwhelming. Afterward, she was approached by numerous attendees, each expressing their gratitude and sharing their own stories of resilience. One person who stood out was Dr. Michael, a sports psychologist who had worked with elite athletes around the world. He was impressed by Emily's journey and her ability to inspire others. "Emily, your story is remarkable," Dr. Michael said. "I would love to collaborate with you on a project to help athletes dealing with injuries and setbacks. Your insights and experiences could make a significant impact." Emily was thrilled by the opportunity. "I would love that, Dr. Michael. Helping others has become a huge part of my journey, and I'm excited to explore this further." The collaboration with Dr. Michael opened new doors for Emily. They developed workshops and programs aimed at providing psychological and emotional support to athletes facing challenges. Emily shared her story and techniques for building resilience, while Dr. Michael provided expert insights on mental health and coping strategies. Their work gained recognition, and Emily found herself traveling to various countries, conducting workshops and speaking at events. She met athletes from diverse backgrounds, each with their own unique struggles and triumphs. The connections she made and the stories she heard enriched her own journey, fueling her passion for helping others. Back home in Boston, Emily's life continued to evolve. She balanced her international engagements with her training and volunteer work. Her blog thrived, reaching a growing audience of readers inspired by her journey. She received messages from people around the world, thanking her for sharing her story and offering encouragement. One day, as Emily was preparing for her next workshop, she received a call from Mia. The young girl's voice was filled with excitement. "Emily, I wanted to tell you that I've been selected for the regional soccer team," Mia exclaimed. "I couldn't have done it without your inspiration and support." Emily felt a surge of pride and happiness. "That's amazing, Mia. I'm so proud of you. Keep pushing forward and never stop believing in yourself." Mia's success story was a testament to the ripple effect of Emily's journey. The impact she had on others continued to grow, creating a network of resilience and support. As Emily's work with Dr. Michael progressed, they decided to organize a major conference on sports resilience to be held in Boston. The event would bring together athletes, coaches, psychologists, and motivational speakers to share their insights and experiences. The conference planning was intense, but Emily thrived on the challenge. She was deeply involved in every aspect, from selecting speakers to organizing workshops. The event was a culmination of her journey, a celebration of resilience and the power of community. On the opening day of the conference, Emily stood on stage, looking out at the diverse audience. She felt a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose. This was more than just an event. It was a testament to the power of perseverance and the incredible impact of sharing one's story. "Welcome, everyone," Emily began, her voice filled with emotion. "Today, we come together to celebrate resilience, to share our journeys, and to inspire each other to push beyond our limits. Together, we can achieve greatness." The conference was a resounding success. Emily's workshops were packed, and the feedback was overwhelmingly positive. She felt a profound sense of gratitude for the opportunity to make a difference and for the support of the incredible community that had grown around her. As the conference came to a close, Emily took a moment to reflect on her journey. From the early days of struggling with her knee condition to crossing the finish line of the Boston Marathon, to inspiring others and collaborating on a global scale, she had come a long way. Her journey was a testament to the power of resilience, the importance of community, and the limitless potential of the human spirit. Emily knew that there would be more challenges ahead, but she was ready to face them, armed with the lessons she had learned and the unwavering support of those who believed in her. Emily's story of overcoming barriers and pushing beyond limits continued to inspire and uplift others, proving that with determination, support, and belief in oneself, anything is possible. The Boston Conference on Sports Resilience had been a triumphant success, solidifying Emily's role as a beacon of inspiration for countless individuals. The connections she made and the stories she heard further fueled her passion for helping others overcome their barriers. But as she continued her work, Emily realized there was still much to explore in her own journey. One evening, Emily sat with Lisa and Tom at a cozy cafe, discussing their recent achievements and future goals. Emily shared her thoughts about pushing her limits further and taking on even greater challenges. "I've been thinking about what's next," Emily said, stirring her coffee thoughtfully. "I want to continue inspiring others, but I also feel the need to challenge myself in new ways." Tom leaned forward, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "Have you ever considered an Ironman triathlon? It's one of the toughest endurance races out there, combining a 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike ride, and a 26.2-mile run." Emily's heart raced at the thought. The Ironman was the pinnacle of endurance sports, a test of physical and mental fortitude unlike any other. "That sounds incredible, Tom. It's definitely a challenge, but I think I'm ready for it." Lisa nodded, a proud smile spreading across her face. "You've come so far, Emily. If anyone can tackle an Ironman, it's you. We'll be with you every step of the way." With the support of her friends and coaches, Emily began her Ironman training. The regimen was grueling, demanding more from her body and mind than ever before. Each day was a test of her limits, pushing her to new heights of endurance and resilience. Emily's training sessions were a blend of swimming, cycling, and running, meticulously planned to build her strength and stamina. Coach Mark continued to guide her through the intricacies of swimming, while Lisa and Tom provided support for the cycling and running segments. One Saturday morning, Emily joined Tom and a group of experienced triathletes for a long training ride through the picturesque countryside. The hills were steep, and the ride tested her resolve, but the camaraderie and shared purpose kept her going. "Remember, Emily," Tom advised as they climbed a particularly challenging hill, "it's not just about physical strength, it's about mental toughness and the ability to push through when your body wants to quit." Emily nodded, her breath coming in steady gasps. "I've learned that the mind is just as important as the body. I won't give up." As the months passed, Emily's progress was remarkable. Her swimming technique improved, her cycling endurance increased, and her running pace quickened. She balanced her intense training with her work, continuing to inspire others through her blog, workshops, and speaking engagements. One day, after a particularly challenging swim session, Emily received an unexpected message from Dr. Michael. He had been invited to speak at an international sports psychology conference in Sydney, Australia, and wanted Emily to join him as a co-speaker. "Sydney," Emily said, her excitement palpable. "That's incredible, Dr. Michael. I'd be honored to join you." The trip to Sydney was a thrilling prospect. Emily had never been to Australia, and the opportunity to share her story on an international stage was exhilarating. She eagerly prepared for the conference, crafting her speech and coordinating with Dr. Michael. Upon arriving in Sydney, Emily was captivated by the city's vibrant energy and stunning landscapes. The conference venue was a state-of-the-art facility, bustling with athletes, coaches, and psychologists from around the world. On the day of their presentation, Emily and Dr. Michael stood backstage, preparing to address the audience. Dr. Michael placed a reassuring hand on Emily's shoulder. "You've got this, Emily. Your story is powerful, and it will resonate deeply with everyone here." Emily smiled, feeling a surge of confidence. "Thank you, Dr. Michael. Let's do this." As they took the stage, the audience erupted in applause. Dr. Michael began by discussing the psychological aspects of resilience and the importance of mental health in sports. He then introduced Emily, highlighting her journey and the incredible challenges she had overcome. Emily's story is a testament to the power of the human spirit, Dr. Michael said, his voice filled with admiration. She has faced adversity head-on and emerged stronger. Her insights into resilience are invaluable. Emily stepped forward, her heart pounding with anticipation. Hello, everyone. My name is Emily, and I'm here to share my journey of pushing beyond limits and overcoming barriers. As she spoke, Emily felt a deep connection with the audience. She recounted her struggles, the pain, and the moments of triumph, emphasizing the importance of perseverance and the support of those around her. The audience listened intently, moved by her honesty and determination. When she finished, the room erupted in applause once again. Emily felt a profound sense of fulfillment, knowing that her story had touched so many lives. After the presentation, she was approached by numerous attendees, each expressing their gratitude and sharing their own stories of resilience. One person who stood out was a young woman named Sophia, a para-athlete who had recently lost her leg in an accident. Sophia's eyes were filled with tears as she spoke to Emily. "Your story gives me hope, Emily," Sophia said, her voice trembling with emotion. "I've been struggling to find the strength to keep going, but hearing your journey has inspired me to push forward." Emily felt a deep sense of connection with Sophia. "You have incredible strength, Sophia. Keep believing in yourself and never give up. You can achieve anything you set your mind to." The conference in Sydney was a transformative experience for Emily. She returned to Boston with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to tackle the final stages of her Ironman training. The connections she made and the stories she heard further fueled her determination. As the date of the Ironman race approached, Emily felt a mixture of excitement and nerves. She had trained relentlessly, but the magnitude of the challenge loomed large. She knew that the race would test her limits in ways she had never experienced before. On the morning of the Ironman, Emily stood at the starting line, the water of the swim course stretching out before her. The atmosphere was electric, filled with the nervous energy of athletes preparing for the race of their lives. Lisa, Coach Mark, and Tom were there to support her, their words of encouragement echoing in her mind. "You've got this, Emily. Trust in your training and your resilience," Lisa said, giving her a reassuring hug. As the starting horn sounded, Emily dove into the water, her strokes confident and strong. The swim was challenging, but she focused on her technique and breathing, pushing through the fatigue. Transitioning to the bike segment, Emily felt a surge of adrenaline. The ride was long and grueling, with steep hills and challenging terrain. She drew on her training and Tom's advice, maintaining a steady pace. By the time she reached the running segment, Emily's body was exhausted, but her spirit remained unbroken. She knew this was the final test, the culmination of all her hard work and determination. With each step, Emily felt the weight of her journey lifting, replaced by a sense of profound accomplishment. The cheers of the spectators and the thought of those who believed in her spurred her on. As she approached the finish line, Emily felt tears streaming down her face. She crossed the line, her body exhausted but her heart soaring. The sense of achievement was overwhelming, a testament to her resilience and determination. Lisa, Coach Mark, and Tom were there to greet her, their faces beaming with pride. "You did it, Emily," Lisa said, hugging her tightly. "You're an Ironman." Emily smiled, tears of joy streaming down her face. "I couldn't have done it without all of you." The Ironman was more than just a race. It was a symbol of Emily's journey, a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of never giving up. Her story continued to inspire, proving that with determination, support, and belief in oneself, anything is possible. As Emily looked to the future, she knew that her journey was far from over. There would be more challenges and triumphs ahead, but she was ready to face them, armed with the lessons she had learned and the unwavering support of those who believed in her. The Ironman was a monumental achievement for Emily, marking a significant milestone in her journey. Yet, as she reflected on her accomplishments, she realized that her story was far from over. There were still many paths to explore and new challenges to conquer. One evening, as Emily relaxed at home, she received a call from Sophia, the para-athlete she had met in Sydney. Sophia's voice was filled with excitement and determination. "Emily, I've decided to compete in a para-triathlon," Sophia announced. "Your story inspired me, and I want to push my limits too. Would you be willing to train with me and offer some guidance?" Emily felt a surge of pride and joy. "Sophia, that's incredible. I'd be honored to help you train. Together, we can achieve great things." Over the next few months, Emily and Sophia trained rigorously, forming a bond through their shared experiences and mutual support. Emily drew on her own journey, offering Sophia practical advice and emotional encouragement. They swam, cycled, and ran together, each session strengthening their resolve. One morning, during a particularly challenging run, Sophia paused to catch her breath, her prosthetic leg gleaming in the sunlight. "Emily, sometimes I feel like the world sees me as broken, but when I'm training with you, I feel whole." Emily placed a reassuring hand on Sophia's shoulder. "You're not broken, Sophia. You're incredibly strong, and you have the heart of a champion. Remember, our greatest strength comes from overcoming our biggest challenges." As Sophia's confidence grew, Emily found herself inspired by Sophia's determination and resilience. Their training sessions became a source of strength and motivation for both of them. They pushed each other to new heights, celebrating every small victory and supporting each other through setbacks. Meanwhile, Emily continued her work with Dr. Michael, expanding their workshops and programs to reach more athletes facing adversity. Their efforts garnered widespread recognition, and they were invited to collaborate with sports organizations around the world. One day, Emily received an email from the International Olympic Committee, IOC. They were organizing a summit on sports and mental health, and they wanted Emily and Dr. Michael to lead a keynote session. The summit would be held in Tokyo, a city rich with history and the spirit of athletic excellence. Emily and Dr. Michael eagerly accepted the invitation, knowing this was a unique opportunity to influence the global conversation on sports and resilience. As they prepared for the summit, they crafted a presentation that combined Emily's personal journey with Dr. Michael's expertise in sports psychology. Arriving in Tokyo, Emily was awed by the city's vibrant energy and cultural heritage. The summit venue was a stunning facility, filled with athletes, coaches, and mental health professionals from across the globe. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation and a shared commitment to advancing the well-being of athletes. On the day of their keynote session, Emily and Dr. Michael stood before a packed auditorium. Dr. Michael began by discussing the critical importance of mental health in sports and the need for comprehensive support systems. "Today, we have an extraordinary individual with us," Dr. Michael said, introducing Emily. "Her journey is a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit and the transformative power of resilience." Emily stepped forward, her heart pounding with anticipation. "Hello, everyone. My name is Emily, and I'm honored to share my story with you. It's a story of overcoming barriers, pushing beyond limits, and finding strength in the face of adversity." As she spoke, Emily felt a deep connection with the audience. She recounted her struggles and triumphs, emphasizing the importance of perseverance, community, and self-belief. The audience was captivated, moved by her authenticity and courage. When she finished, the room erupted in applause. Emily felt tears of gratitude welling up, knowing that her story had made a difference. After the presentation, she was approached by numerous attendees, each expressing their admiration and sharing their own experiences. One of the attendees was Akira, a Japanese marathon runner who had recently recovered from a severe injury. Akira's eyes were filled with determination as he spoke to Emily. "Your story has given me hope, Emily," Akira said. "I've been struggling to regain my confidence, but hearing about your journey has inspired me to keep fighting." Emily smiled, deeply moved by Akira's words. "You have incredible strength, Akira. Keep believing in yourself, and you'll overcome any obstacle." The summit in Tokyo was a transformative experience for Emily. She returned to Boston with a renewed sense of purpose, eager to continue her work and support others in their journeys. The connections she made and the stories she heard further enriched her own path. Back home, Emily's life continued to evolve. She balanced her training, international engagements, and her volunteer work with Sophia. Their bond grew stronger, and Sophia's progress was remarkable. The para-triathlon was approaching, and both women felt a mix of excitement and nerves. On the day of the para-triathlon, Emily and Sophia stood at the starting line, the early morning sun casting a golden glow over the course. The atmosphere was electric, filled with the nervous energy of athletes preparing to test their limits. "Sophia, you've trained hard for this?" Emily said, her voice steady and reassuring. "Remember, it's not just about finishing. It's about the journey and the strength you've shown along the way." Sophia nodded, her eyes shining with determination. "Thank you, Emily. I couldn't have done this without you." As the starting horn sounded, Sophia plunged into the water, her strokes confident and strong. Emily watched with pride, knowing that Sophia's journey was a testament to resilience and the power of support. Throughout the race, Sophia demonstrated incredible tenacity and skill. She transitioned smoothly between the swim, bike, and run segments, drawing on her training and the support of her friends and family. Emily cheered her on, every step a victory in itself. As Sophia approached the finish line, the crowd erupted in applause. She crossed the line, her face alight with joy and triumph. Emily rushed to embrace her, tears of pride streaming down her face. "You did it, Sophia," Emily said, her voice choked with emotion. "You're amazing." Sophia smiled, her eyes glistening with tears. "We did it, Emily. Thank you for believing in me." The para-triathlon was a powerful reminder of the impact of resilience and support. Emily and Sophia's journey was a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the incredible things that can be achieved through determination and community. As Emily looked to the future, she knew that there were still many paths to explore and new challenges to conquer. Her journey of overcoming barriers and pushing beyond limits continued to inspire and uplift others, proving that with determination, support, and belief in oneself, anything is possible. The para-triathlon marked another milestone in Emily's journey. Sophia's triumph was not just a personal victory but a testament to the power of resilience and community. The experience reinforced Emily's commitment to helping others overcome their barriers and achieve their dreams. Back in Boston, Emily continued her work with Dr. Michael and their expanding network of athletes. They launched new initiatives focused on mental health, resilience training, and community support. These programs gained traction, and their impact reached even more individuals worldwide. One day, Emily received an email from a major sports foundation. They were launching a global campaign to promote sports and resilience, and they wanted Emily to be the face of the campaign. The foundation's goal was to inspire young athletes to pursue their dreams despite any obstacles they might face. Emily was thrilled by the opportunity. "This is incredible," she told Lisa and Tom during one of their training sessions. "We can reach so many more people and make a real difference." Lisa smiled, her pride evident. "You've come so far, Emily. This is just the beginning of something even bigger." As the campaign kicked off, Emily found herself traveling extensively, speaking at schools, sports clubs, and conferences around the world. Her story resonated with audiences everywhere, and she became a symbol of hope and perseverance. During one of her trips to London, Emily was invited to speak at a prestigious sports academy. The academy was renowned for training some of the world's top athletes, and Emily felt honored to share her journey with the next generation of sports stars. Standing before a group of aspiring athletes, Emily felt a familiar rush of excitement and nerves. She began her speech by recounting her early struggles, the pain of her knee condition, and the moments of doubt she had faced. "But every challenge was an opportunity to grow stronger," Emily said, her voice filled with conviction. "Pain is temporary, but the pride and fulfillment you'll feel after overcoming it are everlasting. Believe in yourself, and you can achieve anything." After her speech, a young athlete named Jack approached her. Jack was a promising soccer player who had recently suffered a serious injury. His eyes were filled with a mixture of hope and uncertainty. "Emily, your story really inspired me," Jack said. "I've been struggling with my recovery, and sometimes I feel like giving up. How did you keep going when things were so tough?" Emily placed a reassuring hand on Jack's shoulder. It's okay to feel discouraged sometimes. What matters is that you don't give up. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, and remember why you started this journey. You have the strength to overcome any obstacle. Jack nodded, a spark of determination igniting in his eyes. Thank you, Emily. I won't give up. As Emily continued her global campaign, she encountered countless stories of resilience and perseverance. Each interaction deepened her understanding of the human spirit and fueled her passion for helping others. One evening, as Emily was preparing for a speaking engagement in New York City, she received a call from Sophia. Sophia's voice was filled with excitement and anticipation. Emily, I have some amazing news, Sophia said. I've been invited to compete in the Paralympic Games. Emily's heart soared with joy. Sophia, that's incredible. I'm so proud of you. Sophia laughed, her excitement infectious. I couldn't have done it without your support. Thank you for believing in me. The news of Sophia's Paralympic invitation was a testament to the impact of their journey together. It reminded Emily of the power of resilience, determination, and the unwavering support of a community. As Emily traveled to New York, she reflected on her own journey. From the early days of struggling with her knee condition to crossing the finish line of the Boston Marathon and conquering the Ironman, each step had been a testament to her resilience and determination. The speaking engagement in New York was at a prestigious sports gala, attended by athletes, coaches, and influential figures in the sports world. Emily was the keynote speaker, and she felt a deep sense of pride and responsibility as she took the stage. Good evening, everyone, Emily began, her voice steady and confident. My journey has been filled with challenges, but each one has taught me the power of perseverance and the importance of believing in oneself. As she spoke, Emily shared her experiences with honesty and emotion. She recounted the moments of pain, the doubts, and the triumphs, emphasizing the importance of resilience and community. The audience listened intently, moved by her story. When she finished, the applause was thunderous. Emily felt a wave of gratitude wash over her. Afterward, she was approached by numerous attendees, each expressing their admiration and sharing their own stories of resilience. One of the attendees was a renowned sports coach named Coach Hernandez. He was impressed by Emily's journey and her ability to inspire others. Emily, your story is remarkable, Coach Hernandez said. I would love to collaborate with you on a mentorship program for young athletes. Your insights and experiences could make a significant impact. Emily was thrilled by the opportunity. I would be honored, Coach Hernandez. Helping young athletes is something I'm passionate about. The collaboration with Coach Hernandez marked a new chapter in Emily's journey. They developed a mentorship program aimed at providing guidance, support, and resilience training to young athletes. The program quickly gained popularity, and Emily found herself working with promising athletes from diverse backgrounds. One day, during a mentoring session, Emily met a young girl named Ava. Ava was a talented gymnast who had recently been diagnosed with a chronic illness. Her eyes were filled with determination, but also a hint of sadness. Emily, I love gymnastics more than anything, Ava said, her voice trembling. But sometimes, I feel like my illness is holding me back. How did you stay strong when things were so tough? Emily knelt down to Ava's level, looking into her eyes. Ava, you have an incredible strength within you. It's okay to feel scared or discouraged, but never let that stop you from pursuing your dreams. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, and remember that you're capable of achieving amazing things. Ava nodded, a spark of hope igniting in her eyes. Thank you, Emily. I won't give up. As the mentorship program flourished, Emily found herself continually inspired by the young athletes she worked with. Their stories of resilience and determination reinforced her belief in the power of community and support. Emily's own journey continued to evolve. She set new goals for herself, aiming to compete in more endurance races and expand her impact through her work with Dr. Michael and Coach Hernandez. Each day was an opportunity to learn, grow, and inspire others. As the years passed, Emily's legacy grew. She became a symbol of resilience, determination, and the incredible potential of the human spirit. Her journey of overcoming barriers and pushing beyond limits continued to inspire countless individuals around the world. One evening, as Emily sat in her apartment reflecting on her journey, she received a message from Mia. Mia, now a successful soccer player, had been following Emily's continued achievements and wanted to share some exciting news. "Emily, I've been selected for the national soccer team," Mia wrote. "Your support and encouragement have been a huge part of my journey. Thank you for believing in me." Emily felt a surge of pride and joy. "Congratulations, Mia. I'm so proud of you. Keep pushing forward and never stop believing in yourself." The message from Mia was a reminder of the ripple effect of Emily's journey. Each person she inspired went on to inspire others, creating a network of resilience and support that extended far beyond what she could have imagined. As Emily looked to the future, she knew that her journey was far from over. There were still many challenges to face, new paths to explore, and countless individuals to inspire. But she was ready, armed with the lessons she had learned and the unwavering support of those who believed in her. Emily's story of overcoming barriers and pushing beyond limits continued to inspire and uplift others, proving that with determination, support, and belief in oneself, anything is possible. Emily's journey had come full circle, from a young woman overcoming personal barriers to a global symbol of resilience and perseverance. Her work had touched countless lives, and she had inspired many to push beyond their limits and chase their dreams. But as she continued to grow and evolve, Emily knew that her mission was far from complete. One crisp autumn morning, Emily received an invitation to speak at a special event. The invitation came from the United Nations, who were organizing a global summit on mental health and sports resilience. The summit aimed to highlight the importance of mental health in sports and to share strategies for building resilience among athletes. Emily felt honored and humbled by the invitation. The opportunity to speak on such a prestigious platform was a testament to the impact of her journey. She eagerly accepted, knowing that this was a chance to influence the global conversation on mental health and resilience. In the weeks leading up to the summit, Emily reflected on her experiences and the lessons she had learned. She crafted a speech that encapsulated her journey, emphasizing the importance of mental health, community support, and the power of believing in oneself. On the day of the summit, Emily stood backstage at the United Nations headquarters in New York City. The grandeur of the venue and the significance of the event filled her with a sense of awe and responsibility. She took a deep breath, centering herself before stepping onto the stage. "Good morning, everyone," Emily began, her voice clear and steady. "It's an honor to be here today, sharing my journey with you. My story is one of overcoming barriers, pushing beyond limits, and finding strength in the face of adversity." As she spoke, Emily recounted her struggles and triumphs, the moments of doubt and the victories that had defined her journey. She emphasized the importance of mental health, drawing on her own experiences to highlight the need for comprehensive support systems for athletes. "Mental health is just as important as physical health," Emily said, her voice filled with conviction. "We must create environments where athletes feel supported, understood, and empowered to seek help when needed." The audience listened intently, moved by Emily's authenticity and passion. She concluded her speech with a powerful message of hope and resilience. "No matter what challenges you face, remember that you are not alone," Emily said. "Surround yourself with people who believe in you, and never stop believing in yourself. Together, we can achieve greatness." The applause was overwhelming, and Emily felt tears of gratitude welling up. After the presentation, she was approached by numerous attendees, each expressing their admiration and sharing their own stories of resilience. One of the attendees was a young man named Alex, a swimmer who had recently struggled with severe anxiety. Alex's eyes were filled with hope as he spoke to Emily. "Your story has given me the strength to keep going," Alex said. "I've been struggling with my mental health, but hearing about your journey has inspired me to seek help and keep pursuing my dreams." Emily felt a deep sense of connection with Alex. "You have incredible strength, Alex. Keep believing in yourself and reach out for support when you need it. You're capable of achieving amazing things." The summit at the United Nations was a transformative experience for Emily. She returned to Boston with a renewed sense of purpose, eager to continue her work and support others in their journeys. The connections she made and the stories she heard further enriched her own path. Back home, Emily's life continued to thrive. She expanded her mentorship program with Coach Hernandez, providing guidance and support to young athletes from around the world. She collaborated with Dr. Michael on new initiatives to promote mental health in sports, reaching even more individuals and making a significant impact. One day, as Emily was preparing for a training session with Sophia, she received a letter in the mail. It was from the Boston Marathon organizers, inviting her to be a guest of honor at the upcoming race. The invitation was a recognition of her remarkable journey and her contributions to the running community. Emily felt a surge of pride and nostalgia as she read the letter. The Boston Marathon had been a turning point in her life, a symbol of her resilience and determination. Being invited as a guest of honor was a full-circle moment, a testament to how far she had come. On the day of the marathon, Emily stood at the starting line, looking out at the sea of runners. The atmosphere was electric, filled with the nervous energy and excitement of the athletes preparing to test their limits. Emily felt a deep sense of connection with them, knowing the journey they were about to embark on. As the race began, Emily cheered on the runners, her heart swelling with pride and admiration. She saw familiar faces in the crowd, including Mia, now a national soccer player, and Sophia, who had become a successful para-triathlete. Emily's journey had come full circle, but it was far from over. She continued to push her limits, inspire others, and make a difference in the world. Her story was a testament to the power of resilience, the importance of community, and the incredible potential of the human spirit. As Emily looked to the future, she knew that there would be more challenges to face and new paths to explore. But she was ready, armed with the lessons she had learned and the unwavering support of those who believed in her. Emily's story of overcoming barriers and pushing beyond limits continued to inspire and uplift others, proving that with determination, support, and belief in oneself, anything is possible. And so, her journey continued, a legacy of resilience, hope, and the boundless potential of the human spirit.